Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
41-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On the carry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On play action, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Carolina.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Faking the give, Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
It's 2nd down.
Play action. It's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
Off of play action, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. Finds the open target, Arnold. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Darnold's pass. Complete.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sly on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady. They'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This will be taken at the 10. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
6 yards on the play. Brings up.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 76 yards. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Darnold down to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Brady will try again on second down. Flush to his right. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Buccaneers 14, Panthers 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. Darnold on first down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's McCaffrey. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now Darnold. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Darnold completes it. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point. So they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd and goal, Darnold, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
11 yards there, first down. Here's Darnold. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Darnold a sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Sam Darnold, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. After the run, now Darnold to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Buccaneers, 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The 14-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now it's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd down.
Back to throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
That's to his running back, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Carolina.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Darnold to throw again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
On the throw.
Now that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Throwing again is Darnold. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off of play action, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. To
throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady again. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.